what's up? OG, triple OG.
What it do?
OG,
What it
triple,
do?
triple.
This your mans. Y'all already know what it is. Today, we got a topic. We got some compilations and whatnot. And the topic is why women are least pursued now than ever. So, I'm going to go on and play these videos. And y'all already know. I'll be back with my commentary. So, without further ado, let's get to the videos.
Here's a list of reasons why I believe a lot of men today aren't as interested in pursuing modern day women. Number one, we have unrealistic expectations. We expect him to be this tall, he has to make this amount of money, he has to be in this tax bracket, he has to do X, Y, and Z. We're so obsessed with superficial things that don't necessarily make or break a relationship. The height of a man has nothing to do with how much of a man that he is. As long as that man is out there hustling, grinding, working his 9 to 5 and putting some actual effort in to bring in some income, that's fine. He doesn't have to make 6 or 7 figures. Number two, we show our bodies for the world to see. We lack class, modesty, and decorum. You don't want to be for him, you want to be for everybody. You want everybody to admire your body and give you all the compliments because it makes you feel good inside. Next, we don't want to listen to any man's authority, yet somehow we desire their protection, but only on our terms, when it's convenient for us. And a lot of women today are so upset at this conversation of what you bring to the table because they have this false perspective in their head that somehow they are the table, when really the only component that they have towards a table is that of a plate. Because they're always looking for how other people can serve them. A lot of the women look the same today, they talk the same, they act the same, there's little to no originality. And you think you know what a man wants, but the problem is a lot of women confuse a man's sexual desires as his only reason for wanting a wife when there's more to wanting a wife than just sex. What other traits can you bring to relationships besides your body? Can you cook? Can you clean? Are you nurturing? Are you peaceful? Can you actually give some type of insight or knowledge towards situation? Are you good at conflict resolution?
Hello. I was told that the reason why these modern women are so unfavorable is because they're too masculine and they don't know how to submit. The reason why the word submit might be triggering to some is because the men that think like this couldn't lead a household if the manual was tattooed on their ass. See, everyone wants to scream that submit is in the Bible, but then fails to read the part where it says you should submit to a God-fearing man. That means that man wouldn't believe in cheating, beating your ass, gambling, etc. A woman will submit to a man that she feels comfortable with, a man that she absolutely trusts. If your woman doesn't submit to you, she doesn't trust that you know what the you're talking about. I heard a man say that if he could, he would have complete and total control over his wife, but he knows that it isn't plausible in today's world. Let's take a look.
I want you to say what you said again. And then
If I had the preference, I would prefer to have full control over my wife. Or
Full control over my wife. What is slavery? Your wife submitting to you isn't having complete and total control over her. And that's where a lot of you got it See, me personally, I think I'm too modern because I don't want to sire a master, a dictator, but I could with a partner. Not to mention, a lot of these men want to lead the household from their mother's house and carry a lot of babies, baggage, and bad choices on their back. But that's another discussion. What are your thoughts on submission in modern women?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Female that got standards. You can't compete with no female that ain't got nothing. I'm aware that this is going to go over some of y'all heads and I'm going to take this personal rather than listening to what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. When I was younger, I never challenged men. Oh, challenge you masculine. That's not what I'm talking about. I never really asked men the essential questions while dealing with them, whether we were together or we were just dating. She's 100% correct. Not all men, but a lot of men love airheads. If you never challenge them, if you have no real standards, you're first on the list to get put through a mattress. Trust that. Because you're easy to manipulate and really you just another body. I guarantee if you ask the essential questions on that first date, they're going to go running. Now, obviously not the one that's meant for you, but y'all know what I mean. Some of y'all be like, I have standards, and your only standard be that he says that you're pretty. Men are not dumb people, and I want y'all to get that out of y'all heads. They know which women to deal with. So some of y'all be like, all the men want me. And a lot of times it's because they see no value past your body. I'm not saying I got all the answers, but I know a lot of men that are co-sign this message, and I'm going to leave it.
3 kids, ain't no husband nowhere around. You're not a prize bump. You think I'm going to sit here and let you talk about men and hairlines being too far back?
Nope.
Or they being too short? I'm going to sit here and let a woman talk about men like they trash, but you got 3 kids. You ain't never been married. Like, ain't nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with you, too. You had 3 different opportunities.
oh shit!
I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna allow it to happen. This man's hair could be on the back of his head. Maybe he need to be bald. Who knows? Who cares?
You gonna learn today.
What I'm saying to you is, guess what? You ain't hot.
Nope.
So work it out. You know, what happened to humility? Why we gotta be, why we can't be humble no more? Why we, what is wrong with women? What is wrong with y'all?
That crazy bitch out there
I'm talking about y'all. You ain't talking about me. I'm humble. I try to always give thanks from where I'm at.
Finally, my first time getting hit on in Home Depot, and he's not even attractive.
Well, men, let her know why we don't approach women anymore, why it's so difficult, why we protect ourselves. Let's hear it. Why would you not approach this woman at Home Depot or anywhere?
Here we have it. Now, the first woman in the video, she spoke about women, you know, talking about a man being too short, or, you know, a man finances or whatnot. You know, he don't have enough finances or whatnot. He's not that attractive. So basically, you know, a woman, you know, she put her man together, meaning that, you know, she come up with these delusional fantasies to where she feel like this the man that I want, this made up man. You know, you got all these men that's on the face of this earth that she can choose from, but she chooses from a made up fantasy in her head, right? And a lot of women are like this. That's why a lot of women are single and not married. And you see why women talk about men, he ain't good enough, he ain't this, he ain't that. He ain't got this, he ain't got that, he's not romantic enough. And you know, I want to, you know, one day address the romantic thing, the origins of romantic, you know, because a lot of women, you know, a lot of women base their relationship off how romantic you is. But this woman brought out a woman being submissive, and she quoted a Bible verse as far as, you know, women submit to your husband.
You belong to me.
And it got to be a God-fearing man for you to submit to your husband. A lot of women don't want to hear about submit. Once they hear about submit, you heard what the lady said, you know, what I'm a slave, or, you know, you want a slave or something like that. No, it's not about being a slave. What about if we didn't have law enforcement?
Someone call 911
to protect you? Who would protect you?
You gonna learn today.
A man will protect you, because you would have other men out here on some wickedness trying to, you know, have them as slaves or what, you know, real slaves. But if we take law enforcement away, this man gonna protect you. And if you don't do what this man tells you to do or submit, then all he got to do is leave you.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And then what? You know, you got chances of being taken. Right, the movie Taken or whatnot, for example. You got a chance of being raped. You know, you got to watch what you say on YouTube. So, but you know, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable to the wolves and to the lions and to the hyenas. So why women are less pursued now than ever? Let's talk about it, y'all. Y'all leave a comment, like, share, subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, I'm gonna go on and get up out of here. This your mans. Y'all already know what it is. Ghetto Talk. To the next video. Peace.